Hi, everybody, and welcome back. It is Thursday, March the 4th. My, oh my, so much has been happening in the last few days, and I apologize I haven't been on to make a video. I've had my kids home from school for a couple of days and company over, and it's just been super busy, and I'm going out of town for the day tomorrow, but I'm going to try to break this down in a few smaller videos for you. Kind of overwhelmed with it all. So today's title, Smear Campaign While Rebranding Harry and Meghan. And you can see the people pelting fruit at them. That's what would happen. We know if they came back and showed up in the UK with a royal family, and they're supposedly trying to rebrand their image after the Queen's statement about them leaving as working royals. Let's get to the disclaimer. Full disclaimer is located under the description. This video is for entertainment only and just my opinions, and I follow the fair use, fair dealing guidelines. All right, let's get up here to where we start. Oh my God, just so much is going on. All right, let's get started. All right, the Evening Standard says, a calculated smear campaign. Meghan denies allegations that she bullied the royal staff. Guys, these people, the royal staff that resigned or were asked to resign because they couldn't work out what was happening with them being bullied. We know that the HR was sent a letter by Jason Knopp that he said, look, 2 people have already left because of bullying, and another is being targeted with bullying now by Meghan. Something's got to be done, and I guess I don't know where it stopped at HR, and maybe it wasn't relayed to the Queen just how bad it was, but we're told that William was aware of it, and it's one of the reasons he and Harry had a breakdown in their relationship, and also why they took the royal trust or that they were involved with and split it into 2 halves where it's Harry and Meghan and Kate and William. So let's see what else they say. So, the Duchess of Sussex is the victim of a calculated smear campaign. Of course she's got her team saying this after the allegations emerged that she was bullying staff, but we all know different. We know this was out there before, and the journalists were well aware of it, and I believe out of respect to the royal family and to Her Majesty the Queen, they just wanted to keep it quiet and didn't want to report on it. And so Meghan and Harry, or Meghan at least, is trying to say that this is all just coming out now because of my Oprah interview. But no, maybe they are tired and fed up, and that they sat back and they were bullied, and some received a type of payout to just keep quiet, to just move on and let sleeping dogs lie. But I think they thought if this lady does this interview with Oprah and comes out looking like she was bullied by the royal family, that means that the abuse that they suffered at the hands of Meghan would be in vain, and they just weren't about to let that happen. They also had signed the non-disclosure agreements, and for fear of that, they didn't want to speak out, but I think they've just had enough. People can only take so much, and then, you know, it just, the lid blows off the pressure cooker. And I believe that's what's happened with the staff. And we know now that the Queen has ordered an in-house investigation and invited those people back to speak that felt like they were bullied. And I'm sure there'll be another payoff. We know that the Queen protects her own, and I'm sure these people felt like nothing's going to be done about this. They've covered for Andrew. They've covered for Sarah, his ex-wife, and they've covered for everybody else that has done something wrong, that they're going to do the same for Harry. Why not continue covering for Harry and his mishaps and bad behavior? And that's what they did. So the claims come just 5 days before the broadcast of a Prince Harry 2-hour tell-all, which now it's just 3 days before, interview with Oprah Winfrey, which is due to be aired on American prime time. We now know that instead of 1 hour, it became a 1.5 hour, and now it's, after they sat back down with them again, it's become a 2-hour interview. The Times reported, and the Times is a broadsheet newspaper, very respected, very reputable, reported on Wednesday that a complaint was made against Meghan, 39. Oh, God, is she really 39? No, we don't believe that. By a close aide of the couple in October of 2018. So, guys, this didn't just come out. The complaint was made in 2018. People just chose not to report about it. And I believe that the Queen has allowed this to happen, as well as the journalists in making their decision to protect the Queen and the monarchy, are also have made a mistake in this. So it says that it came from the Sussex's former communications secretary, Jason Kanoff, who suggested that Meghan made unreasonable demands that led to the departure of 2 personal assistants and the undermining of a third during her 2-year period as a working member of the royal family. The claims were not pursued, and the following month, Mr. Kanoff handed in his notice. So, guys, he saw nothing was happening, and his superior had said, this isn't good. We need to take a look at this. But then nothing was happening. He waited a month. But we also know that after that, he was then hired on to work for the charitable foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. That shows that William and Kate knew what were going on, and they felt terrible. They treat their staff with respect, and they know exactly what Harry and Meghan were up to, especially Meghan. But Harry has went along with everything that she's done, so it's no different than him bullying himself. And he even talked to one of the guys that made the complaint, I think it was Jason, and said, can we just keep this under wraps and try to take care of it ourselves instead of pushing it up the ladder? And the guy said, no, I resign 4 weeks later. However, a spokesman for the couple dismissed all the bullying claims. Out-of-hand lawyers acting for them said they were just based on misleading, harmful information dating back several years and deliberately leaked ahead of the interview. No, it's not misinformation, and we're not misleading, and these people who have made these claims are not misleading anything. Of course, Meghan's going to say that because she doesn't want people to know what her true behavior is like. When, in my opinion, you're a psychopath, coercive control, and have narcissistic personality disorder, you are going to have a mask, and to the public and to the people who can do something for you, you're going to come across all smiles, oh, she's nice, she's shy, she's a true princess. But then when you're behind closed doors, what Harry must put up with and what her staff had to endure, it's a terrible, vile thing. A strongly worded and lengthy rebuttal to the Times from the couple's legal advisor said, let's just call this what it is, a calculated smear campaign based on misleading and harmful information. Again, lies, lies, lies. The spokesperson added the Duchess is saddened by the latest attack on her character, particularly as someone who has been the target of bullying herself and is deeply committed to supporting those who have experienced pain and trauma. BS, Meghan, BS, and I hope Oprah saw right through your little BS act that you put on. She is determined to continue her work building compassion around the world and will keep striving to set an example for doing what is right and doing what is good. Meghan, that might be what you pretend that is your platform and your campaign, but what you're saying that your platform is exactly what you don't do yourself. You don't respect people. You don't have compassion and empathy for others. If you did, you wouldn't have attacked the royal family the way you have, the courtiers, all of your staff, the people of the UK, and people around the world. Meghan and Harry have frequently complained that she has been a victim of bullying, particularly at the hands of the British tabloid media. Nope, you weren't bullied, Meghan. They just tried to tell the truth. The problem is you tried to keep all of your narrative out in PR releases and to spread what you wanted people to believe about you, but it just didn't happen. We're not stupid. We're able to see through the BS and see exactly the way you are. The couple's lawyers accused the Times of being used by Buckingham Palace to peddle a wholly false narrative ahead of the Winfrey interview. I don't believe that. Buckingham Palace is never explained, never complained, and they don't do this type of stuff. If they were to do this, then they wouldn't have protected Harry and Meghan all along. And we all know that everything that Harry did wrong, from fights to racist comments and names that he called people, that they were all covered up, played down and made to be shielded from the public. So it's not the palace that's doing this, Meghan. It's the people that you've offended, that you've hurt, that have just had enough. And even at the fear of being sued by you, they're finally speaking up because they said, we're not going to allow her to say these things and for people to believe it without knowing the truth. The Times also reported that Meghan wrote wore earrings as a wedding present by the Saudi crown prince. And we're going to get into that into my next video because so much is going on. And but a lot more is coming out, and the journalists are not holding back now. So we're going to go ahead and end this here, and I'll start another video. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned. I'll try to get a few more videos up with what I have tonight, since I will not be able to make any tomorrow for the biggest part of the day. Hope everyone's having a great week. Guys, now's the time. We've got to keep the pressure up. Something's got to be done. Those titles have got to be removed. And the more information we put out and the more that we share with others of what Meghan and Harry are really like, and how Harry has just been protecting Meghan all this time, and that the palace has been protecting them, and really they don't come out smelling like roses through all of this. It looks bad on them and the journalists who held back. So I'll see you in the next video. Please leave your comments. They post on a slight delay, but I want to know